I'm doing something slightly different today. Yeah, so I'm probably not the only one who has noticed that a lot of people who used to post content on TikTok have now moved over to YouTube Shorts, which is pretty cool because now I have something else to react to. So today I am going to react to Therian YouTube Shorts, as I am a Therian myself. Hi guys, welcome back to my Therian territory. You may call me Thorn, and like I said before, in today's video I will be reacting to Therian YouTube Shorts. I've been reacting to Therian TikToks for quite a while. This used to be a very big pool of misinformation where pretty much all of the TikTok videos that I would come across would contain a bunch of misinformation. But as you may have noticed in my last TikTok reaction video, it actually wasn't that bad. For some reason, people seem to be more educated on therianthropy than before. I mean, there's still some misinformation out there, it's inevitable, but it was a lot better than before. So today I am moving over to YouTube Shorts to see if it is the same case there. Is it currently a pool of misinformation, or is it better than TikTok ever was before? Before I start, I of course want to start off with my usual disclaimers. First of all, I am not here to hate on anybody. I'm not here to shit on anyone for being misinformed, for example. I'm mostly here to maybe correct some misinformation that I find, but I'm also here to just generally react to the shorts that I find, of course. Second of all, you may sometimes hear a couple of cutouts in the music of the shorts that I am showing because of copyright issues. Now let's officially get to it. Let's see. Watch what happens when someone records me.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, she's panicking. Oh, what the hell? Oh no. That's kind of sad. I definitely understand that reaction when you are being recorded while doing your own thing out in public. That's not fun, and you might get scared because you don't know where that footage will end up on the internet, for example. I have heard of a couple of cases before of friends around me where they would start getting recorded because they would, for example, wear gear out in public. And I've actually also been recorded before myself. I was actually working on the POV wolf shift video that I posted somewhere in January, I believe, or February or something. And I made this one shot where I was walking across a field, and that field was actually out in public, so there were people around. And there was this one person who decided to just stand behind me and record me because I was wearing a tail. And basically how I responded at that time is just, when I noticed it, I just turned around so that they wouldn't be able to see the tail, and I just looked straight into their eyes waiting for them to stop recording, and then they went away again. On one hand, of course, I understand that you want to be able to do your own thing in public. Like, you're supposed to be able to have the freedom to be able to do such things. However, you do have to realize that when you are, you know, dressing up in things that people are not used to seeing, and when you're behaving in ways that people are not used to seeing, some people who aren't like the nicest type of people might indeed decide to record you and stuff, or laugh at you, or call you names, etc. And I'll probably make a video in the future about how to deal with such things, but I just want to say that yes, it's probably gonna happen at some point, and that really sucks, but please don't panic too much. But all I can really advise you to do is to just stay still and look at the person until they notice that you are looking at them, and then they will start to realize, oh, maybe I should not record them. And if they don't go away, simply just tell them like, yo, could you maybe stop recording me? That would be appreciated. If they really harass you and start following you and stuff, you could maybe threaten them to call the police and stuff, and if they still don't listen, maybe actually call the police. 2 things you should never say to a Therian. Ew, I hate Therians. Suck it up. Ew, cringe furry. Suck it up. Nice. Yeah, That's good. That's nice. I like that. Indeed, suck it up. Let people be themselves and get lost. If you don't like what people are posting online, then just scroll away. I've actually seen a whole bunch of people reacting to, for example, my shorts or other people's shorts, and they would say like, why is this on my For You page? I don't want this here. I hate Therians, EU furries, for example. And you know, the more you comment on videos like those, the more you're gonna get it on your For You page, because the algorithm will think that you will like such things. Like, interaction with videos will cause you to get more of that on your For You page. So I never really understand why people comment on such videos in that way, because it's only gonna make it worse for yourself. But yeah, indeed. Ew, I hate Therians. Suck it up. I don't even know what else to say. Like, we don't give a damn. Things that people need to understand about Therians and furries. Part 1. Death threats are not okay. Facts. Calling Therians furries isn't funny, it's just annoying. Facts. Wearing a fursuit in public is perfectly fine. Facts. It's not called the furry sport, it's called quadrobics. Facts. We know we're human. Facts. Abusing Therians or furries is cruel. Facts. Therians wearing gear does not make us furries. Double facts. Just scroll, don't leave a nasty hate comment. Wow, so many facts in one video. This is all very good and positive information, which is really nice to see. I must be honest though, when you have decided to actively hate on Therians or furries on the internet, they don't usually care about videos like these. All they really want is a reaction out of you. So while these videos are perfectly fine to make, I do doubt how effective it is, because, you know, that's all they really want. They want a reaction. And as soon as they comment on a video of a Therian or a furry and that person responds, or other people respond negatively towards them, they will get their satisfaction. And that's exactly what they are after. They want that reaction. So while it's perfectly fine to make videos like these, I generally also just heavily recommend not to ever reply to hate comments at all, because that's exactly what they will want in order to keep going with the hate comments. My tail came today. I'm going to get it. Oh, that's a very shaky camera. Looking. Walking home. Wearing it home. Oh. Yep, that's a cruel fur farm tail. I absolutely hate the fact that this isn't more known in the community. I always shout towards the entire community as much as I can that when you want to buy a real fur tail, please do your research about how to get a tail ethically. Because the tail that I just watched is unfortunately from a cruel fur farm. How do I know this? First of all, most notably, I noticed the lobster clam that was on the tail, which is a very specific type of lobster clam that is like golden and has no thumb hook and is kind of bulky shaped. And they are very often accompanied by a piece of chain that is attached to a stump, and then the tail is glued to that stump. That's one of the most notable characteristics of a cruel fur farm tail. Those tails are like 99% sure from cruel fur farms. And another thing I noticed is that the tail is incredibly thin and very slim looking. It doesn't look very healthy. That could surely be because it had to floof a little more. Like when you unbox a tail, it's often been very cramped up in that little small package that you saw. So you have to floof it out and hang it out for a little while before it starts to get its full shape. But even then, it still didn't look very healthy to me. It looked very slim. If you ever decide to buy a tail, I heavily recommend you check out the video that I have put out in the description below, and that is also on this little corner over here, so that you know how to spot a tail from a cool fur farm, and so that you know how to get a tail from an ethical fur farm. One thing I can already mention is that you should never ever buy tails from the following websites: eBay, Amazon, Wish, AliExpress, Temu, and Shein. Or Shane. Asking Mother Nature if she accepts me as a Therian. Asks. Bird stop chirping. Wind picks up. So I have very mixed feelings about this video, and I'm gonna explain to you why, because I'm not entirely sure what the intent is behind this video, because I have seen videos before where people would explain that they have become a Therian by asking some kind of deity or Mother Nature or whatever if they could become a Therian, and that they would accept it, for example. So big no to that. You cannot ask a certain deity or whatever third person if you can become a Therian. That's just simply impossible. Being a Therian is either something that you are born as, or it's something that has developed throughout your life. So as many people know, you cannot really choose to become a Therian or anything. But what I do like about this video is simply the spirituality behind it. If that wasn't the intent behind this video, if this person already does identify as a Therian and simply decided to connect a little bit with nature, that's really lovely. I wish more people would make content like that, because for a lot of people, being a Therian is a very spiritually rooted thing. I'm actually a witch myself, and I often do really like to connect with nature the same way that she just did. So I simply go out into the forest and I sit there and I kind of just look around a little bit and simply feel the energies that are around me. Of course, not all Therians are spiritual, but I simply wish that more of that would be seen in the community, because it's just really nice. It's a nice change. Welcome to Forest Realm Mask Tour. Let's get this party started. You look cool, by the way. Whoa. Whoa. That one's dope. Oh, you don't see masks like that often, to be honest. Those are pretty cool. Thanks for sharing that. I've actually stated before that I'm not likely to wear masks a lot because it's just not something that I personally connect to. But if I were to get a mask, I would probably get one of the last ones that they showed, because having a snout like that seems really cool. I would actually really enjoy having a snout like that. That sounds awesome. POV, you realize... What do you realize? You'll forever be stuck in this human body. Aww. That's pretty much the first thing that I think of when I try to do quadrobics. I've already stated before that I don't do quadrobics because I am simply a little too disabled to do so, and my knees hurt a lot when I try to. But this is basically a good representation of how I feel when I try to do quadrobics. I immediately think this is not how my body is supposed to look. I'm not supposed to struggle this much trying to run and walk on all fours, so that really sucks. I relate a lot to this video because this is basically what species dysphoria can feel like. You suddenly feel this really big sadness because you realize, oh, I'm forever stuck in this human body. I will never be able to be my stereotype, and that really can genuinely suck.
It's time for Take a Step Therian Edition. Take a step if you're a Therian. Take a step if your parents know you're a Therian. Take a step if you own at least one pair of gear. Take a step if you've had a shift recently. Take a step if your stereotype is something other than a fox, wolf, or cat. Take a step if you have a Therian friend.
Ah.
And finally, take a step if you are over 30 years of age.
Oh, I really liked that video. That's such a nice new type of representation. The only little note that I would give is that if you are a Therian and you wear Therian gear, that makes sense, you know? But if you are not a Therian and you know that you're not a Therian and you decide to wear masks and tails anyway, that's fine. But don't call it Therian gear, because then it's not Therian gear anymore. Calling something Therian gear is only because you identify as a Therian, basically. But furthermore, this video was actually really lovely because I do not see this type of content very often, where people know that they are not a Therian because they've done their research and know what therianthropy means and know that that does not align with what they experience, and therefore they don't call themselves a Therian. But they still do quadrobics and they still wear the masks, and that's fine. That's completely okay. And I'm so happy to finally see something like this for once. Things in a Therian room that just make sense. A den. Yes. Vines. Yes, I have vines too in my room, to be honest. It makes sense. Yep. Send marker. Yes. Definitely, I have one too. I have a couple actually. Gear. Yeah. I mean, that was obvious. Yeah. I like this video because I know the trends, but I've never really thought of a Therian version of it, and this is a really nice Therian version of it. I think I'm gonna do one more.
Oh!
How people think Therians act like.
Hi there. My name's Charmander, and I recently learned a new trick. Well, I can turn myself into a wolf. Can I show you?
Oof.
Yay! Okay, bear with me here. Or should I say, wolf with me here? Okay, 1 second.
Oh, this is so cringy. Ouch. Oof, that was too much cringe in one video. Holy shit. The second-hand embarrassment that I feel from that is just... ugh. But the person who made this video is absolutely right. That's definitely what people think that Therians act like all the time, and it's not at all true. Therians don't really think that they can change into anything physically. They simply have like an internal identity, and how they decide to express that is like up to the Therian himself. Sorry, I still have the video burned on my eyes right now, and it's just... okay. That person who made the video, honestly, props to them. They know how to act cringy. But to be honest, like I don't happen to be one of these people, but I've heard a lot of Therians say that they used to be like this when they were a kid, and then later on in life they figured out that they are actually a Therian. It does make me wonder if such a mindset, like such a fantasy, may help somebody develop into a Therian later when they grow up in life, or if it's just their therianthropy already kind of showing as a kid. Like, is the first one the cause of the other one, or is the other one the cause of the first one? Or both, or neither, or whatever. Comment down below if you used to think as a kid that you were able to change into an animal. Anyways, that was it for you guys today. I am really sorry that I had to end this video with such a cringy short, but like, to be honest, it's still funny. I can definitely tell that there's still quite some misinformation on the YouTube shorts. However, it's not as bad as I thought it would be, so that's a good conclusion for now. Anyways, if you enjoyed me reacting to YouTube shorts, please like this video and maybe comment down below if you have anything to say. And if you really enjoyed this type of content, I'm not going anywhere, so I do recommend for you to maybe subscribe and hit that notification bell in case you want to know when I post a new video. Subscribing to me actively helps supporting my channel, so I definitely appreciate it if you want to do that. And I'll be seeing you guys in my Therian territory in my next video. Bye. A massive thanks to my Therian territory members Akira Wintermist, Basha Hex, Jaden Stimson, Krillgod, Kristen Rebase, Shadow the Wolf, Jobo Gamer, Obsidian, Escape Goat, Thomas, Voilo, and Waita. Join the Therian territory membership for early access, extra features and content, and more personal contact with me.